Well, sometimes we could all use a break from the fast pace of city life, but to get back to nature, you might not have to go that far.
CBS 2's Elle McLogan covers Queens and takes us to Glen Oaks.
These are dahlias?
These are dahlias, yeah. You can see the colors we have here. Red, salmon, pink, peach, orange.
For the past decade, Danny Morales has worked as a farmer across the Northeast. And growing up in Queens, did you ever imagine, that you would be farming in Queens?
No.
This is the Queens County Farm Museum, 47 pastoral acres in New York City, growing fruit, vegetables, herbs, and flowers.
We are standing here on one of the longest continually farmed sites in New York State. It dates back to 1697.
Executive Director Jennifer Walden-Weprin says free admission connects visitors to the deep roots of Queens farming.
We tell the story of how New York City grew around this historic agricultural site.
Jason Antos with the Queens Historical Society says Queens agriculture began with native tribes.
The Algonquin peoples, they lived off the land.
And the borough remained rural until surprisingly recently.
It's amazing to note that this was the case up until the 1920s and 30s.
Though Queens has changed dramatically, communities across the borough are seeking ways to bring farming back. Some are even looking skyward.
Oh, I found a really nice one.
The Variety Boys and Girls Club of Queens now stewards an acre of farmland atop the Standard Motor Building in Long Island City.
Usually in the city, you're just seeing a whole lot of buildings, and then when you're on a building that has plants, it's just really nice to see.
We want to be able to connect kids to nature.
CEO Costa Constantinidis wants Sky Farm to provide fresh vegetables to the club's kids and their families.
When this place is fully operational next year, we're expecting to have about 500 pounds a week.
Councilmember Julie Won says it's a promising idea in a district with limited green space.
Because I'm not going to be able to shut down a whole entire residential building of luxury skyscrapers, but what I can do is negotiate with a lot of these developers to say we need to create more green spaces. Can we use your rooftop?
Constantinidis says it's just the beginning. Do you think there's a bright future for farming in Queens?
Absolutely.
In Queens, Elle McLogan, CBS 2 News.
Elle is our community reporter covering Queens. If you have a story idea, just email queenstip@cbs.com.